Welcome to my first episode of this review series, and today we are gonna review the longest fan fiction ever created, and is none other than The Loud House Revamped. But before we go to review this fic, let me tell you about The Loud House itself. It was created by Chris Savino, a person who gotten into controversies that I will not get into, since I do not want to be a drama-related YouTube channel. Before creating The Loud House, he was writer of some popular animated shows, such as the 2013 Mickey Mouse series, Dexter's Laboratory, The Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and enough of the MLP jokes already. Anyways, let's get back to what I said. In May 2nd, 2016, he made a Nickelodeon show that you know by the title of this video. It is The Loud House. It stars Lincoln Loud, the only son of the family and the generic guy of diverse cast of characters, and 10 sisters, who all like to do their everyday lives together. But before I review this fan fiction, let me tell you guys that I am not a fan of The Loud House, nor I did not watch it that much. Hey, let me explain. I did not say that because I hate it or I think it is overrated, but rather that I am just not into it. Anyways, let's get on with the fan fiction that I will now review. The Loud House Revamped is a fan fiction made in 2017, a year after the show aired. You think that by looking at the title it sounds like a fic of some bad episodes in that series. Wrong! It is a self-insert doc story. A multi-crossover with other shows and media. Mixed genres. And the most problematic aspect, harem later on. I will get to the reason it is problematic later on this review. So here is the long description of this. A superhero story, a comedy, a drama, and a whole bunch more. You get my drift. And like I said, the story has the longest word count of all of fiction. 16,777,215 words. 16,777,215 words. I am not kidding. That's how long it is. So much so that it beat the Subspace Emissaries World's Conquest and Ambience. A fleet symphony in that regard. Also, it is 15 times longer than the Bible itself. How can I even catch to it? It got so bad that even TV Tropes, a website known cataloging tropes in fiction, give up on making a recap page on it, because on how long it is. Not joking. Yep, you know it's bad when it has a large amount of words it is. So I decided to pick random chapters by finding ones that are least interesting or the help of people who know some things in certain chapters. So I will start with a few chapters while picking through random ones, starting with the prologue. It opens with a narrator narrating that this fan fiction indeed has taken place in space before zooming on Earth, with gems such as this, the infinitely vast reaches of space, a place of infinite wonder. We see lots of planets, stars, galaxies and nebulae. Yeah, a fan fiction that's based on a slice of life show. Seems somewhat out of place. Who cares? An oasis in the very galaxy we call home. But it's also plagued by infinite evil. What kind of infinite evil? Well, basically any type of evil character in fiction. You about to see why this fanfic is so convoluted. Bank robberies. Bad guys and alien invaders were destroying everything. Bad guys were blowing stuff up and causing mayhem and chaos. Banks were being robbed, and aliens from distant planets and galaxies were destroying everything. Who will protect us from all of the evil forces that threaten our world and universe? Who will confront the destructive forces from other worlds and different dimensions? Who will be the defenders of the universe? But then one alien monster explodes and it shows us as Team Loud Phoenix Storm making an entrance. Team Loud Phoenix Storm. That's who. So there is space, there is superheroes, there is aliens, and a whole bunch more. That story goes on. We are flying out of our state headquarters to save the day once again. Nothing can stop them. James Dean Knudsen and his family, Lincoln Loud and his sisters, Riley Anderson, Hercules and Zoe Weatherly and their many friends, many superheroes from comics in different worlds and reformed villains. Together with the help of advanced futuristic cutting-edge technology. We were using highly advanced cutting-edge technology from thousands and hundreds of years into the future. So it means that they have technology from the future. I wonder it's Silver's future from Sonic 2006. There is no rest for evil. It's time for action. I punched a bunch of villains and they went flying. It's time for justice. Lincoln blasted a bunch of bad guys with lightning and electrocuted them into ash. It's time for adventure. The greatest adventure has just begun. So that's the prologue. And man, that was something. Up to the next chapter. So now here is the origin chapter, which is the first part of it. Me and my family are moving to Michigan. My name is James Knudsen, but my friends call me JD. Me, my mom and dad, my sister, brother-in-law, niece and nephew are moving into our new multi-million-dollar mansion in Royal Woods, Michigan. Hi, my name is Christopher Nicholson. I live Go City, Los Angeles. I'm going to check out the neighborhood. Be safe. As I checked out the neighborhood, I walked along Franklin Avenue and found one house that was really chaotic. It was 1216 Franklin Avenue. Boy, that house is hectic. Then I accidentally bumped into someone. Oof. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going. But it was a boy named Lincoln. Okay, while I do think that is cliché, but I do not have problem with it since after all, we people often pump with each other. But I do agree it can be annoying where the writer does all of the time. It's okay, it happens to me too. Oh, you must be new here. I'm Lincoln Loud. I shake his hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm James Knudsen, but call me JD. Me and my family just moved here from Castle Rock, Colorado. We live in that mansion 1 block southwest of here. I pointed behind me to my mansion. Wow, that's awesome. Let me introduce you to my family. Okay. So far, it was pretty decent, as this moment where we meet Lincoln and his family, albeit nothing noteworthy. Lincoln showed me his pets. A dog, a cat, a canary and a hamster. These are our pets. The dog is Charles. The cat is Cliff. The canary is Walt and the hamster is George. We named them after cartoon characters. But what cartoon characters? You mean Clifford the Big Red Dog and Curious George. So how beautiful is Colorado? The mountains are gorgeous. I loved Colorado and lived there for my entire life. I'm going to love Royal Woods even more. I got to get home and finish moving into my huge mansion. Heck yeah, the mountains from Colorado are beautiful. So does the mountains of Croatia, Canada, Japan, Switzerland, and more countries that have beautiful mountains in them. Welcome to my humble abode. You live in the old Morbucks estate. Yep, I take it they were the previous owners of this mansion. Yeah, Princess Morbucks was the worst, spoiled, rotten and snobbiest child ever known here in Michigan. She went to our school at Royal Woods Elementary, and after she went on several crime sprees she became homeless. So the Powerpuff Girls is also a part of this fic, which is quite funny since Chris Savino was a writer of that show, but I haven't watched that show in years, so that I do not have an opinion on it. But I do know that Morbucks is such a that I rooted for the Powerpuff Girls to take her out. After the Louds went back to their house, I finished unpacking my stuff and got into bed. I'm gonna love it here in Michigan. The end. Now on to part 2. Alright, time to review the second part of this origin chapter. In the second part, we are introduced to a character named Hunter Spector, a minor character who first debuted in the episode, also named Left in the Dark. This is not the only time where the creator borrows aspects from the Loud House episodes. You will about see it when I will talk about the filler chapters. Do you believe in ghosts? Join me, Hunter Spector, Spector Hunter, leader of the Academy of Really Good Ghost Hunters, or ARGGH, as I descend into the scariest place in any home. Okay, ARGGH. I haven't remembered that since I only watched a few episodes of it. And you thought the Hive from the Teen Titans 2003 have a generic group name. As I descend into the scariest place in any home, the basement. Sunday night at 8 p.m. Don't miss it or you'll be left in the dark. ARGGH. Woo. If you miss it you will be left in the dark. Woo. Follow Maine. I follow him over to the twins' room. Lola and Lana came out of their room. Cartoons. 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 Well, I see that Lincoln's sisters wanted to watch some cartoons. That's not that bad. Since me and Walter used to bother our parents to watch Ed, and Eddie. Lainey came out of her room with a book in her hands. Oh, hey Lainey. Oh, I was just going to the living room to read my book in peace. I can't focus with Lola and Lana fighting next door. So Lainey has a book. I wonder what it is. Is it Stephen King's It? I am gonna skip through this since it is mostly about the Louds doing things that are not very important to the plot. Yes, I am a Jedi in all my fanfictions. But I was trained on Earth. Okay, JD. Also a Jedi, and I though the Disney Star Wars media went downhill, and I forgot about that since I skipped the part where he showed his Force powers. Lots of great adventures await. I'm 15 in my fanfictions but biologically in real life I'm 30. There is another problematic aspect of this fic. The author Avatar is 15 while his real life counterpart is in his 30s. But before you go out your way to harass the creator, I do not believe that he is a sexual deviant since he is likely unaware that it is wrong to do so. Plus, calling someone a pedophile all because they had either have crush on a fictional character who are minors or even ship them with older characters is a bad move. Anyways, on to the filler chapters. The filler chapters are something at least. In case you do not know, the filler chapters are just heavily edited version of the transcripts from the Loud House wiki. The creator copied and pasted the transcripts from the Loud House wiki so that he would make chapters that are just filler. The creator would at least try make original chapters that while filler are least original. But note he already f it up. You all know that you f right up your butt. Alright, back to the review. After a ton of filler chapters, we got a chapter that is not an edited transcript. It revolves around the demon named Pazuzu. Yes, that Pazuzu from The Exorcist. A scream was heard and it came from Lucy's room. That sounds like Lucy. She sounds like she's in trouble. Let's go. We rush up to Lucy's crypt room and we see a strange sight. Lucy had her eyes showing and they were red like blood. Her hair was deep orange and her skin was scaly. Oh my god. Lucy is now possessed. Wah 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 wah.
I wonder why Christopher ran off of this room.
So Lincoln and his friends start to stop Pazuzu. Blah blah blah. They finish him off and Lucy goes back to normal. They explain everything that happened the end. Up to the next one. The next chapter is called Fury of the Earth. A chapter focusing on the character battling each other. Also it features the characters of Ed, and Eddie and Teen Titans in it. This one of the strangest things about fanfic. Every character from other piece of media are in this fic. Not kidding. Every single character of all of fiction is in this fanfic. If the creator decided to add every character ever created in his fanfic, then it should named the Loud House, but every fictional character is here, not the Loud House Revamped. Not I am gonna skip 370 chapters. Since I am gonna show you one of the infamous parts of this fanfic. In chapter 371, it has the main heroes going to Quahog, a town from Family Guy, and later they bombed the city, all because of the town was dysfunctional. There is a difference of an anti-hero brutally killing a villain that deserve it and going into redo of healer territory. And no, this does not stop right there. In this chapter, Bowser the Koopa King himself dies to sacrifice himself to stop Thanos. While I am not against Bowser being a hero or even anti-hero, in my opinion it feels rushed and somewhat undeserved. That would be like if Gene Slither sacrificed himself to stop Derek in The Vengeance of Derek.
Time to die, Zach.
Stop right there. I have atoned for my evil deeds. Time to die. That's F. Stupid.
Bruh.
The final chapter, if you call it that, it's just a recap of everything up to that point and that's how this fanfic ends. And wait, there is more to it. There is somehow Japanese text in this fanfic even if it is mostly done in English. And the fact that Ebony Darkness, Dementia Raven Wade and Lieutenant Mary Sue are into this fic, makes it proof that even other fanfiction are not safe to be in this fanfic. Before I end this video, I will give my final thoughts on this fanfic. It's so bad, it's good. Yes, I just said that this is so bad, it's good, and the reason why it is because despite all of its flaws, the fact that the author stated that he did this for fun proves that at least he was doing something that he enjoyed. I am now done reviewing this fic. If there is more that I do not cover, let me know in the comments section. Next time, I will gonna cover Sonic and Pals, a Sonic webcomic. Goodbye.